Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Washington Wizards tonight. Guys, what a great win for the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. An easy win. Honestly, one of the best blowout wins that the Lakers have uh, gotten tonight when it comes down to it, and this season so far. So, just what an amazing win. The Lakers got the easy win. No Anthony Davis tonight. And, you know, I'm just going to say, I mean, this was supposed to be an easy win anyway, because this was the Washington Wizards we're talking about, arguably one of the worst teams in the NBA as it stands now. They have six wins in their record, 30 or is there like 41 losses now? And they're on now after this loss, they are on a 16 game losing streak. So this was supposed to be an easy win for the Lakers to achieve, even without Anthony Davis or LeBron in this game. That's how big this this Washington Wizards team is, of how bad they are. So it is this situation where this was supposed to be a blowout win, and that's what the Lakers achieved tonight. They went out there in convincing fashion tonight and just dominated the Washington Wizards tonight, 134-96. It was a blowout. It was a blowout performance by the Los Angeles Lakers out there tonight, guys. No Anthony Davis tonight. And there's some good news when it comes to Anthony Davis's return to action after he suffered an injury a couple of days ago, in a horrible loss that we suffered against the 76ers. It was, according to JJ Redick of the Lakers head coach, is that basically, Anthony Davis could be ready to go versus the Warriors when the Lakers end their road trip. So good news there, some positivity. According to the reports, he will be reevaluated in a week. So give it that time. It's kind of close. I mean, it's, kind of the reach of Anthony Davis could potentially return. But again, it's reevaluated. So we had to make sure that you give him like a week or two. And, after that, I think that Warriors game, I think the All-Star break begins. I might be mistaken. So, and the trade deadline. So, that's on the same day of the Warriors game. So if you want to know everything about the Lakers, news, rumors, updates, speculations about trade rumors, this is the channel for you. I will be very active on that day when it comes to the Lakers news, rumors, updates, speculations, and all that. So, hopefully it happens. Hopefully the Lakers make some sort of move, either getting a center. And now I've been hearing reports that if it's not a center, the Lakers could prioritize by getting a playmaker, like a point guard as well. So, and what I've been hearing is some reports, the players in the locker room, the Lakers players in the locker room, are voicing their opinion about the Lakers getting a playmaker over getting a center. And that could be a possibility. I mean, like I said, guys, stay tuned, because anything could happen at the trade deadline when it comes to the Lakers making some moves that will either caught us by surprise, or they could potentially just make a trade that we will all potentially know since the beginning. So, it's just stay tuned, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. And seeing the comments coming in from KJ23. Welcome back to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. Absolutely, it was an easy dub for the Lakers. Honestly, arguably one of the easiest wins for the Lakers to achieve this season. It was a blowout, easy win for the Lakers tonight against the Washington Wizards out there tonight. One of the worst teams in the NBA, with 6 wins and 41 losses on their belt. So for their record. So, it is, this was supposed to be an easy win for the Lakers to achieve. I mean, even without LeBron James, I think they could have beaten the Washington Wizards tonight, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, the Lakers are continuing on their road trip. I believe they're going to be facing the New York Knicks next. And they return to LA, but it's going to be facing the LA Clippers. With no Anthony Davis, it could be a potential. I hate to say this, but it could be a potential 2 games loss for the Lakers. The New York Knicks and the Clippers. The Washington Wizards was supposed to be a win for the Lakers. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Um, but yeah, the Knicks, and then you have the Clippers, and anything could happen. I mean, they can surprise us all and Shake Milton and sorry, what's his name? Uh, Austin Reeves and the rest of them could potentially just play what they did tonight. Jackson Hayes and all of them step up and show up in tonight's game and do the same with the New York Knicks or maybe the Clippers. But history shows, and the season so far is most players don't show up. But we just have to wait and see. But my hope is that they'll show effort in the game. But we just have to wait and see. There's a guarantee that he will go 0-2 after this win tonight. But I don't know. But the good news is Anthony Davis's return to the Lakers is potentially on trade deadline on February 6th against the Golden State Warriors. So, looking forward to that. Hopefully he's healthy and 100% ready to go for that game. But, hopefully he'll be ready to go. But we just have to wait and see. But yeah, easy dub, absolutely. KJ23 also 27-19 is still a pretty decent record. Yeah, it is. I mean, Lakers are now the 5th seed. I mean, they're only 1 game away from getting the 4th seed, and that has the Denver Nuggets record written all over it. So they have a couple of games. I mean, they're like 0.5 games away from getting that 4th seed. That's if the Nuggets either lose. Are they playing tonight? I'm not so sure. But if they play in the next couple of days and lose, maybe it'll bump the Lakers up. But it could be just temporary because, as I mentioned, the New York Knicks is next, and they have the LA Clippers heading back to LA. So, but it's the Clippers court. So it is unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, it is a decent record for sure, without a doubt. Absolutely. Lakers own the Warriors. Yeah, I mean, twice now they've beaten the Golden State Warriors in convincing fashion, without a doubt. And Anthony Davis was playing in those games. So, and the fact that Anthony Davis will return for that game, I mean, just kind of gives me hope that Lakers will potentially get a win, hopefully. So, against the Golden State Warriors. Is it at home? I might be mistaken. It probably is at home. Or is it away? But I think it's a home game. I might be mistaken, but it is a home game, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, they're going to own them once Anthony Davis returns on that night, hopefully. But on the same night, the trade deadline. So make sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube for more news, rumors, updates, speculations about trade rumors. Everything about the Lakers, everything, free agency, draft, everything about the Lakers. This is the channel for you. So please be sure to do so. I really appreciate it. Let's read more here from KJ23. Lakers need a center. Yeah, they do. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They need one. We've been screaming for it and even Anthony Davis at the same time for almost a year. And, seeing the Miles Turner and Walker Kessler situation, those are realistic moves that the Lakers can make. But like I said before in my last live stream and numerous live streams and even reports from Trevor Lane and Lakers Nation, they basically are saying that, for Miles Turner, it could be a possibility that the Lakers can make a move for him, but it doesn't seem like the Indiana Pacers want to trade him anyway. So same goes with Walker Kessler, but the Walker Kessler trade, the Utah Jazz are being a bit stingy with their demands, especially to the Lakers. They're doing this with every single team. I mean, they're making it well known that they don't want to trade Walker Kessler at all. But if there's a trade that they cannot refuse, like 2 first-round picks and uh, and throw in a young talent or some sort of talent on your a potential trade, then they will make that trade happen. But they make it well known they don't want to trade Walker Kessler. So that's the reality of the situation of what the whole those two players are they're realistic. They can make it happen. But at the same time, it is doesn't seem like a reality that will happen on trade deadline on that day next week. So it just sort of remains to be seen. But Miles Turner, Walker Kessler will be a great fit, and that's a center that we need for sure, without a doubt. But you know, maybe something changes. You never know. Trade deadline, anything could happen. So stay tuned. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. More from KJ23. Thank you, KJ23, for all these comments. I really wanted to get into all of these comments that you have on here. Yeah, Shake Milton. Surprisingly amazing game today. Absolutely. Averaging 21 points out there tonight, guys. He was on a tear, but it was against the Golden State Warriors. So, excuse me, the Washington Wizards tonight. So it was a game where everybody needed to show up and dominate regardless of how bad this team is. And, this was an opportunity, and he showed up and made his presence known. So great job out there for Shake Milton. Hopefully we'll see more out of him. I mean, he has a lot of potential to really be a good contributor, especially with no Gabe Vincent tonight, and probably for the next maybe couple of days. So, with him being our only backup option at the point guard position, hopefully we'll see more out of him. My hope is we don't see Bronny James a lot. I mean, he still needs to develop his skill set. So, it was just a bad mistake for JJ Redick to put him in instead of Shake Milton, who has NBA experience over, Bronny James, regardless of just, I don't want to say that Shake Milton is a bad player or anything, but because he showed it tonight, he was amazing. But if I had to pick Shake Milton or Bronny James at this moment for a backup, I'd go with Shake Milton. I mean, that's just me. But I think everybody will agree with me on that. But, Shake Milton, he balled out. Absolutely tonight. Absolutely. Lakers versus Knicks might be a tough one. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, the New York Knicks are arguably one of the top 4, top 5 best teams in the Eastern Conference, and you all know they're making a run. I mean, they're making a run for a championship. So they're going neck and neck with the Celtics. They're going neck and neck with the Milwaukee Bucks, and I believe the Cavaliers as well. So they're in that mix, and they're well put together. I mean, they have the players, they have the right fits and all that. So facing a team like the Los Angeles Lakers is going to be probably, I guess, an easy win for them, but you never know. I mean, with no Anthony Davis, maybe the Lakers will struggle with the way they will in that game, but it just sort of remains to be seen what if they show up like they did tonight, Shake Milton and everybody. Maybe they'll do the same with the New York Knicks. Sort of remains to be seen, but it's going to be a tough one, without a doubt. Yeah, AD really wants to bump down to power forward. I mean, he's been always saying that. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's been making it well known to the Lakers, and it's even us as well, that when he really wants to play the power forward position, and I think it's because he will be on the floor more often, and the less of him playing at center that he'll get banged up a lot. I mean, it's arguably understandable because Anthony Davis is a talent. He's an MVP caliber talent that you need him to be on the floor more often than he is injured. So I kind of understand where his mindset is, and I think I saw like maybe somebody was talking about it I forgot who it was, but since he was a rookie, Anthony Davis had made it well known that he wanted to play the power forward position more than the center position. So he made it well known even back then. So there's not a bit of surprise that we see Anthony Davis saying the way that he is saying when it comes to him playing the power forward position more than the center position. And it's just the reality. I mean, and plus, you know, he dominates in that position as well. So it's he's a great talent. He's a MVP caliber talent, and congratulations to him to reaching the All Star in the reserves. So he's a now 10-time All Star. So congratulations to Anthony Davis. Um, Hopefully he'll be playing in that game, but you never know. He could rest for a week, and I think it'll help him really well if he decides not to participate. But we just have to wait and see. Maybe the announcements will happen, but we have to wait and see. But yeah, he's making it well known. He wants to play the power forward, but if the Lakers can't make a trade for a center, I guess Anthony Davis just had to stick it out for next in the off season. I mean, that's a potential ideal scenario where things will potentially end up being if somehow the Lakers don't make a trade at the trade deadline for a center. And like I said from the beginning of this live stream, there's been talks. The Lakers are looking potentially maybe for a point guard playmaker, similar to what we had in D'Angelo Russell before we traded him away from the Brooklyn Nets for Dorian Finney-Smith, who obviously is dealing with an injury of his own. So, it's very unfortunate. But maybe we will see him return in the New York Knicks game. But, he's dealing with a shoulder contusion. So that is another situation there that, we just have to wait and see for the next couple of days if we'll be ready to go for that game because we need him for sure as a big that he is and to show up, hopefully. But we just have to wait and see. Let's read more here. Yes, sir. Absolutely. When LeBron leaves the Lakers, do you think the Lakers will waive Bronny? Uh, if he leaves the Lakers or retires, Bronny James, I think he will stick around. I mean, he's on a pretty friendly contract with the Lakers, and I think he needs to develop. That's all he needs to do. Once he develops, you never know. Maybe he will potentially take his talent somewhere else or goes back to Cleveland, plays for his dad's former team or something. I'm not sure, but I think he will stick around. He's a talent. He's a talent. He's has the capabilities of being a good defensive point guard. We saw a couple of times, when he was playing for the Lakers, that he can play good defense, but he still needs to improve his skill set without a doubt. I mean, it's there, but he just needs to practice more. He needs to develop more in the G League, and I think that's where he needs to be at more often than he is in the regular season or in the NBA more often. So, but I see him sticking around. I still see him sticking around. With the Lakers even after his dad. I mean, I just think that he will stick around. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. But I won't be surprised if they decide to make him leave or waive him or have him traded or something. I'm not sure, but I think he's going to stick around even after his dad retires or leaves the Lakers. But I think LeBron's going to retire as a Laker. Let's read more here. Just wondering, who's the GOAT in your opinion? Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't want to answer that. For me, oh, man. I'm going to say it's Kobe Bryant. Okay, Kobe Bryant is my GOAT. All right. I grew up as a Kobe fan, and, when it comes to the comparisons throughout the years for Michael Jordan and LeBron James. For me, I like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for me is one of the greatest, players of all time, athletes of all time. I mean, that's just me. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is one of my favorite, goats in the conversation as the greatest of all time. Um, you have LeBron James, you have MJ, you have Kobe. Um, you know, but there's a list. There's a list of one of the greatest of all time. I mean, you put MJ, you put LeBron, you put Kobe, you put Magic, Kareem. Those are your top fives right there. That's me, in my opinion, when it comes to those top five. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot that you can obviously put in those conversations. But without a doubt, I mean, Kobe Bryant for me is is my go because I grew up watching him, and he just brings the similar skill sets of what Michael Jordan was. I mean, won 5 championship. I mean, just the way he moves, just the way his skill set is. You just look back in those videos on YouTube and compare him. He's basically Michael Jordan, but only he had six, and Kobe had five, and had more MVPs and than Kobe. But for me, it was Kobe Bryant. I mean, I like LeBron, I like MJ, but if I had to throw out a goat, situation, it's Kobe. I'm gonna put Kobe in that list. And I think that's what most people's, when it comes to that conversation, they're like, somebody points that out, and you have to answer it right away. They right away throw in Kobe into the conversation because it's just he's the GOAT. He's one of the greatest players of all time, top five, top three greatest players of all time. So without a doubt, I mean it's Kobe Bryant for me. But if I really had to pick, in the conversation, I would probably go with I'll go with MJ. I mean MJ, one of the greatest of all time. LeBron is so close. I mean, if he gets another ring, maybe he will be in that conversation again, or he'll be bumped up or something. I'm not sure, but it's one of those debates that you can't win or you can't lose, uh, you know, in this conversation. So, KJ 23, yeah, it's going to be MJ, LeBron, and Kobe. Yeah, I mean they're part of the one of the greatest of all time on that list, and they're on my list of top five greatest. So if that makes anybody better, I mean they're in those conversations, one of the greatest of all time. So let's see here. Greatest Laker of all time is definitely Kobe, without a doubt. I mean, he is one of the greatest of all time. He's on that list. And if I had to put up a list of the greatest Lakers of all time, it's Kobe. For me, it's Kareem, Magic. Um, you could put LeBron on that list, uh, even though he only was. How long has he been with the Lakers now? 7 years. So he's there. You have James Worthy. You know. Oh, I forgot about Shaq. Shit. So you have Shaq on that list. Uh, he's on that list. He's in my top five. But yeah, I mean, one of the greatest Lakers of all time. Yeah, it's for sure is Kobe Bryant. He's on that list. I had to make a whole video about that. I made one video. It was like back in 2020, and there was not a lot of Lakers basketball being played because of the pandemic. So I put up a list of one of the top five or top 10 videos of greatest NBA players. And if you guys want to check it out, it's probably on my playlist, or you can just type in ZSN NBA top players, or maybe it'll show up on you. But it's probably on my playlist, but it's not hard to look for it. So it's there. You just have to look ways back. It was back in 2020 when I made that video. But yeah, it's there. So you guys can check it out. But I haven't made a Lakers all-time video, so maybe that will come up very, very soon. But you know, I just have to find time to do it. Ghetto Rabbit, welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. Almost a 40-point win without Anthony Davis. I know it's the Jazz Lids. Yeah, I mean, still, I mean, this was a win. The Lakers needed to get this win, and it was against one of the worst teams in the NBA. So you know, it's a valid situation, you know, how things turned out. I mean, it was supposed to be a blowout scenario. If the Lakers ended up winning this game and they struggled, oh my goodness, it would be talked about throughout this live stream if that was the case. But no, I mean, it was a great team effort that we saw from this Lakers team. And I had to say, it was really great to see it. And just real quick, guys, I'm just going to put up the stats right here. I mean, it was a blowout. It was a blowout performance by this Lakers team, and all the players tonight, they showed up and stepped up. And guys, this was the easiest blowout win that the Lakers achieved this season. All right, we know there's a lot of easy wins that they achieved throughout this season, but at the same time, you know, this one has to be on the top because this was an easy, winnable blowout game tonight. And they won that in convincing fashion when it came down to it. LeBron James, 24 points with 11 assists, playing for 26 minutes. And, you know, he didn't play for, I think, almost the rest of the game after putting those numbers up. So, rightfully so, because this was like I said, the Washington Wizards we're talking about. So, so you have that. And then, you know, when it came to the rest of the Lakers, Rui Hachimura showed up in this game with 22 points. And I believe he went, did he go? Yeah, he went 4 of 5 from the three, shot 80% from the three. So, and guys, this is kind of putting me in the awkward situation is that, you know, if there's a trade out there and you have to trade Rui Hachimura, at this point, I don't really want to trade him now. I really don't. He's a really good focal point of this team. Sure, he had a stretch after the trade for Dorian Finney-Smith that he was shooting badly and, you know, just not contributing to what he is usually does. But lately, he's been stepping up, and now with Anthony Davis being out, he needs to step up more than ever. And, you know, so far he's been doing it. So my hope is that he will bring a lot to the table when it comes to scoring and shooting. Uh, but, you know, obviously we have Jared Vanderbilt. We have, you know, what's his name? The name escapes me at the moment. But, yeah, I mean, Jared Vanderbilt, he had a game. He played very well out there tonight defensively, helping out this Lakers team. I believe he had 4 points, but still, I mean, you know, his presence was known, had 7 rebounds. And he hustled. He hustled. I mean, it seemed very easy for him because obviously it was against the Golden State War. Sorry, the Washington Wizards tonight. So obviously this was a game that he was just having fun out there, and it was the right move by the Lakers to not play him against the 76ers in a back-to-back situation because he just came back, and you could tell, guys, that he is making his presence known on this Lakers team. So and right away defensively. So, and now with Anthony Davis being out, players like Vando, Jackson Hayes, Dorian Finney-Smith, once he returns, hopefully he returns against the New York Knicks because it would be nice to have some more firepower coming back to us with no Anthony Davis. So, so yeah, his return hopefully, and then Jared Vanderbilt, of course. So you know, it's just those guys, if they show up for us defensively, I think there's a chance that we could beat the New York Knicks. But you know, I'm not going to really hold my breath on that. But still, um, but yeah, I mean, you know, he had a solid night out there tonight. Jared Vanderbilt, uh, Jackson Hayes stepping up in this game as well. With no Anthony Davis, and rightfully so, had a double-double performance with 10 points and 10 rebounds, had 3 blocks out there tonight. And guys, you know, his presence has to be well needed with no Anthony Davis. So hopefully he continues to step up in these next couple of games before Anthony Davis returns against the Golden State Warriors on February 6th on the same day of the trade deadline. So hopefully he shows up continuously moving forward. But he had a great night for sure. Austin Reeves had a great night, 17 points, went 4 of 7 from the three. So great effort out there tonight for Austin Reeves and his shooting out there tonight. Um, Dalton Connect had a really good game as well, 10 points, went 2 of 7 from the three. And sadly, guys, I was kind of disappointed, when it came to him getting ejected. I mean, does anybody know why he got ejected? I don't know why. He got ejected like maybe 1 to 2 minutes left remaining in this blowout game, and the refs decided to give him an ejection. This is his first one. So does anybody know why? I mean, I don't know why he got ejected. Did he say something? Did he get pissed at the refs or something? I'm not sure, but he got ejected for some reason. I don't know why, which is very disappointing because this was supposed to be his night, and he showed up. So, and then when you look at the rest of them from our second unit, they all showed up. I mean, especially Shake Milton. Shake Milton with 21 points out there tonight. So he showed up in this game in convincing fashion, and rightfully so. It was against the Washington Wizards. So this was supposed to be an easy night for him to show up in this game. So, and the rest of the Lakers out there tonight. I mean, this was supposed to be a blowout game performance by this Lakers team. And like I said, if they struggled and still end up winning it, question marks all over when it comes to this win. But that wasn't the case. The Lakers balled out in this game out there tonight against the Washington Wizards. But great night for Shake Milton. Hopefully, he continues to show up in this road trip and throughout this season. Hopefully, because it would be nice to see more out of him moving forward. So, yeah, 21 points out there tonight for Shake Milton out there tonight. Um, Trey Jemison out there tonight, stepping up for the backup role at center position with no Anthony Davis and Jackson Hayes starting for the Lakers. He needed to step up for our second unit, and he did so tonight. He did get fouled out. I believe it was like in the third quarter. So, he needs to control that for sure. I know it's against the Washington Wizards that it was a blowout game anyway by the time he got fouled out, but still, he needs to control that. Had 4 points out there and had 5 rebounds. And I believe he had 2 blocks. Yeah, 2 blocks in this game. So a solid night for our two-way player in Trey Jemison. So great job for him. Bronny James played in this game, played for 12 minutes. He had 5 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists out there tonight. So, and he had 1 steal. So, for the standards of a G League player playing in this blowout game and still learning the ropes and everything. I mean, you can say solid night for Bronny James, but still, I want to see more out of him in the G League and him to play more in the G League when it comes down to building his skill set and hopefully becoming a defensive guard. I have no doubt whatsoever that will be a right role for him. He doesn't have to be like his dad. I mean, this guy could be like the next Drew Holiday or a Marcus Smart type player. So that's hopefully a goal that he could achieve. And he has a bright future if he wants to be a defensive guard player, like a Alex Caruso-esque, coming from the G League and playing in the regulars, playing officially in the NBA as a defensive guard type player. So maybe that's the goal for him, and I'm rooting for him to achieve that, hopefully. So 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists out there tonight for Bronny James. And then you have Christian Coloco, 4 points out there tonight with 2 rebounds out there. So, and for some reason, Cam Reddish did not play in this game. And I want to know why that he has not been playing in these games. Is he in the doghouse? I mean, I've been watching Trevor Lane, and he brought it up, and I'm like, that's really a good question. Is he in the doghouse? With JJ Redick? I mean, because he didn't play in this game. Is he dealing with an injury that's not in the reports that he's dealing with? I'm not sure, but coaching decision, it could be something. Could be something for sure. So, but It is what it is. But the Lakers won, dominated in this game the way that they did. So great job out there for the Lakers in this blowout game in convincing fashion, and rightfully so because it was against one of the worst teams in the NBA. So an easy win, the best easy blowout win for the Lakers this season. You could make the argument that the Celtics game was a blowout, easy win for the Lakers to achieve. But this one's on the top of that list for sure. And they played angry. They played angry tonight when it came to this Washington Wizards game. So just great game for the Lakers. Let's see. I want to read some more comments before I end this live stream. And thank you, KJ23, for all of these comments, and I'm going to answer them for sure. I'm not glazing LeBron. Yeah, I mean, I get it. LeBron is one of the greatest, you know, players of all time, the GOAT conversation for sure. And guys, there's not going to be another LeBron James out there. I mean, there will never be. But at the same time, history shows and history will tell you that, if you want to pick the GOAT, you go with MJ, you go with LeBron, whatever. For me, it's Kobe. That's just me. But if I had to pick, it's going to be MJ or it could be LeBron. But either way, you won't win with any of these conversations. So you will probably, piss a big fan base and historians if you're not going with MJ as the GOAT, or you piss a lot of LeBron fans and historians for not picking LeBron as the GOAT. I mean, it's just a never ending conversation. So it's just the reality. And, you can just only admire them for what they did to this game and just putting them in your top five, top three greatest players of all time. That's where I have them. I have MJ number one, LeBron number two. I kind of flip them at times. So, either way. Then you have Kobe. I have Kobe on my list in top three. Four is Magic. Five, I believe, was Kareem, I believe. Or I switched them as well. I picked Kareem as number three or number four, excuse me, or maybe number three. So, I mean, it's kind of varies because, just how you just think about them some days. So, that's just me. But it's a conversation that will be endless and we will never get to a solution until, you know, I don't know, something happens. But, it's just a never ending conversation. Bro, Shaq is low key on the top five of all time, if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, I just forgot it, but I did remember it right away. So my apologies. Shaq is in the top five greatest Lakers of all time. It's Kobe, it's Kareem, Magic. Number four could be LeBron or it could be Shaq. You never know. They can flip. And then number five is either Shaq. So, it's Shaq for me. Then if you had to pick top 10, James Worthy could be on that list. Pau Gasol is on that list. Uh, Derek Fisher. I'm probably missing somebody else that it's obvious and it's just in front of my face. But yeah, those are the guys at the moment. I mean, I gotta make a video about that. I gotta make a video about the greatest Lakers of all time and make that video, hopefully soon. I made a whole NBA one, but it's there. Hopefully, it's in the mix. That'll make one very soon. But Shaq for sure, top five greatest Laker of all time, or top four, whichever you want to put LeBron James in the conversation. LeBron is my daddy. He's everybody's daddy. So that's the greatest NBA player of all time. So for sure, I get it. I don't have no problem with that. I mean, for sure, he's my son. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, all right. How much of an impact do you think Vando makes the Lakers defensively. Oh, tremendously well. Tremendously well. I mean, since he returned a couple of days ago, he has made a big impact on this team defensively, especially coming off the bench. I mean, the Lakers are lacking defense coming off the bench for sure. And, with Gabe Vincent being out, he kind of needs to, build that void for sure. So, tremendously well. I'm not sure what the percentage is of how big of an impact that he does bring to the Lakers defensively, but you could just tell. You could tell there's so big of a difference when Vando is on the floor for the Lakers. And especially when it comes to certain combinations of him and Dorian Finney-Smith, Anthony Davis. I mean, the Lakers do become a really good defensive team when Vando is on the floor. So for me, he makes a big impact. And, my hope is that the Lakers, when they do want to make a trade for a team, they have to really make sure if they're going to include Vando in the trade to get somebody, it has to be for another defensive player or something because he's a really good defensive player when he's healthy. So I'm glad he's back. He's just a big breath of fresh air when he is on the court defensively, helping the Lakers out. And, hopefully he continues to stay healthy throughout this season. No setbacks, no nothing. I kind of understood why the Lakers did not want to play him in the back-to-back after a great performance that he put up. Who was the – oh, it was the Charlotte Hornets game, where he showed up in that game as well. And it's good that the Lakers are really – I don't want to say low managing, Vando, but, it is a situation where you don't really need to play a guy who's just coming back from injury and put a lot of load, put much load on him when it comes to, helping us defensively. So, but yeah, he makes a big impact. KJ23, he does. Absolutely. I think he said something. Oh, you're talking about Dalton Connect. So that could be a possibility. He got ejected for saying something. He got mad. And he got ejected for it. So maybe we'll probably hear more about it once the reports, or maybe JJ Redick probably mentioned it. But without a doubt, I believe that maybe because he said something. Hopefully, so hopefully he doesn't get fined for it. Hopefully he doesn't because I don't know. Hopefully not. All right, let's read this last comment from KJ23. I adore LeBron James. Honestly, there's something about him that just makes me want to. Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna keep that real short. Okay, I did not realize it was gonna be that. But there's a lot of big LeBron James fans out there. I'm a Kobe fan, so he's on my list of one of the greatest players of all time. So I can understand you adore him. You adore LeBron James, and every single fan does. I mean, he's one of a kind, one of the greatest players of all time. There's never going to be another LeBron James. So, it's just, enjoy watching him. He's 40, so he could play for the next maybe 2 years or maybe one. You never know. So he's on that conversation. So he's a legend, without a doubt. He's on that list as one of the greatest players of all time. The GOAT conversation for sure, without a doubt. Great role model. If I had to pick when it comes to role models, the NBA or basketball, you right away pick LeBron James over MJ any day when it comes to role models. Basketball, skill set wise and all that. I mean, people can make a lot of arguments for that. So, without a doubt. So, okay. All right. I know you're trolling. I get it. I know. I get it. It was ChatGPT. Okay. All right, man. I'm gonna end this live stream. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, man. KG23, you really made me laugh there, man. Thank you so much. I really need that. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. The Lakers beat the Golden State, sorry, the Washington Wizards in convincing fashion. And they had to. I mean, it was against the Washington Wizards tonight, arguably one of the worst teams in the NBA. 134-96. The Lakers played angry tonight, and that's what they need to do, hopefully moving forward, especially when they face the New York Knicks and all that. So, um, and the Clippers, that's when they end their road trip. But it's back in LA, so you never know. Maybe the Lakers will bring their A game in that particular game, but we just have to hopefully wait and see if they show up. But guys, it's really important that you hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube, especially now with the trade deadline. It is, what is it now? 6 days away that we reach the trade deadline. So it's on February 6th. So, it's going to be on the same day where the Lakers will face um, the Golden State Warriors. So it is going to be hopefully, and plus the return of potentially Anthony Davis on that day. That's according to JJ Redick. So uh, anything could happen from now until that day. And maybe the Lakers will make a trade by then, but or maybe on that day. But we just have to wait and see. It's all up in the air. And it's really important that you hit that notification bell, subscribe to ZSN on YouTube, and follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. And I really do appreciate the conversation. Thank you, KJ23. Peace out to you, brother. And yeah, I mean, I understood you were joking around. I just, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And also deglazed. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I don't want to get banned on YouTube here, but it is what it is. All right. All right. I get it, guys. Thank you all so much for the thoughts and opinions that you had on here, especially from KJ23. But all respected. I love all these comments. Thank you all so much. And thank you, KJ23, for your comments and thoughts and opinions about this Lakers team and just in general, your input on this Lakers team. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for watching. And I really appreciate all of the love support you guys have shown me all across social media and, of course, on this channel, ZSN on YouTube. And once again, follow me all across social media. The links will be in the description of this live stream. So you guys check me out on social media. And, of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.